Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Gonna try out some more Khans of Tarkir. Try to do better than last time. What is this? 4-mana clone, okay. Abzan Falconer is pretty good, I think. This is an interesting like combat trick / fog sort of thing. This guy I believe is not as bad as it looks. This is okay. I think I'm inclined to go with that card. What I just have to look through everything. Throttle's pretty good. Blue-white, that's an allied pair, so we want to draft it less highly than enemy pairs. Yeah, I'll take a Falconer. So Outlast requires tapping, right? Yes, okay. Always gotta check that. So it doesn't work for summoning sick, and you have to tap it. 4-mana, 3/2 raid. Wow. Okay. It's pretty good. Is this any good? So, yeah, it is pretty good, actually. Roar of Challenge, 3-mana. Oh, Feat of Resistance is nuts. Is this a common? It is a common. Wow. I think I'm taking that over the Horde Mate. I had 2 of them in my last deck, and it was like the only good card in the deck. And when my opponent played one against me, I instantly lost the game. I'm taking another. Sultai Ascendancy. Ugh. Bounce 2 things. I'm not gonna fall for the ride down again. What is this? Just make a creature very large, okay? Outlast with no special benefit for the Outlast effect. Oh, Woolly Loxodon. Green, white, I mean, Abzan could be a thing. This is a really, like, the best common morph card, is my understanding. Maybe Green's best common, I'm not sure. And, like, I'm not that excited about any of these uncommons. So green and white, they are an allied color pair, so the only clan they fit into is Abzan. But, you know, so you want, like, I don't know. It's a little bit sad to be drafting those as my first 2 colors, but I'm not married to either of them. What the hell is this? 3-color counterspell. Okay. Mardu Hateblade is totally fine. This is part of the cycle of 6-mana morphs for 5 in 3-color. Teamer 1, I think is fairly good among them. Archers Parapet. I think this card is actually supposed to be great. Because Abzan decks want the game to be slow. And this really slows down the enemy's attacks and gives you a way to win a slow game. Maybe I'm taking this a little too highly early, but I don't know. We're getting past a lot of Outlast cards. Morph, reveal a green card. Okay, I mean, that's not bad either. There's another Outlast card. There's a Throttle. These are all pretty solid. Yeah. I feel like I should be taking this, even though it's not that good, just to cut off white, but no, I refuse. Green-white land looks decent. Erase. No thanks. Rakshasa's Secret, I believe, is good in the Abzan decks. Or just slow black in general. Like, it's good with Delve. because you get to 2-for-1 your opponent and fuel a delve card. We're not in like delve colors, but you know, black is. You hope to get a delve card at some point. I don't know. I think I might. No, it. You know what? I'm going to take a morph card. Maybe it's right to take a land already, but I hope not. Ooh, this is quite good in the Abzan deck. This is also really nice. You know, I think I'll take the 2-drop with Outlast. And what a theme that Outlast has is many of the Outlast cards give some benefit to all of your creatures with a counter, not just themselves. So we have this one for flying, we have one for first strike if we take this. Seems great. This is like low priority removal. You're not excited to take that? Okay, well, second throttle, sure. Making me wish I'd taken whatever it was instead of the first throttle, probably, but... Take the Sultai banner? Or am I supposed to take one of these blue cards? Like, there's been a decent amount of blue going around. I think just grab the duel. Another Parapet, huh? I don't think it's like this incredible card you're supposed to go crazy for, but it is decent. I don't know about Dutiful Return. Very expensive for that effect. I mean, that's looking at it with modern tinted eyes, right? Or glasses. I already have 2 throttles. I don't know if I'm that excited about a Rite of the Serpent. Destroys anything, but it costs 6. I'm going to go for just, like, make a big dude, I guess. Sideboard it, because I'd rather not. Archer's good. Everything else here is no good. Doesn't have Outlast or something, does it? No. Oh, this card that I was thinking of taking to cut off the white, it wheeled. It was the only white card in that whole pack. No one took a white card the whole time. I don't think this is very good. Villainous Wealth. This is supposedly very good. Splashing blue, I mean, we do have a blue fixer, but splashing blue for it is maybe not responsible. Become Immense, our first delve card? That could be a reasonable take. It's also like, maybe I'm just supposed to take a land here. But it looks like we're mostly just splashing black for throttles. So it might just be like, take another Bondkin. You know what? I'm going to take the Blossoming Sands. Abzan Battle Priest. Yes, I accept. What else is there I could take? Whatever. It's a fine morpher. The land is okay. What are you? You're a Teamer morpher. Yeah, I think this is by far the best card for us. Ruthless Ripper, a good card. 1 mana black, maybe not the best choice. Heart Piercer Bow. 1 mana 0/4 with Outlast. Or we could take the Rakshasa Secret that I was earlier claiming is good. No. We take the Woolly Loxodon. Great card. Ooh, a Delve Flyer, though. We didn't end up taking Become Immense. So, you know, your first Delve card is pretty good. But I think you can't have too many Woolly Loxodons. Wow, what a weird card. One of those is probably too many. What is this? It's Abzan? It's a 5-mana 4/4 that comes with counters. Seems insane. Is this any good? No. Another Blossoming Sands would be decent. This is okay. If we're really lucky, we can wheel the Blossoming Sands, but probably we don't get anything out of this pack. Wow, they just like took this card and made it cost 1 less mana and printed it for LCI. This card, by the way, would be good in LCI because you have all these ways to pump flyers. Not as much here. 1 Rakshasa Secret's kind of cool. Oh, but isn't... No. We take the Delve creature. Big Delve Trampler. I mean, it's more of a teamer card, but it's still... Everybody likes having big creatures, right? Big creatures for cheap. Horde Chief's a great card. Scavenger would be a second Delve card. I think Horde Chief is just... I mean, I don't know. It's supposed to be one of the top commons in the set because it's just such a good rate for dealing with morphs. I don't know that we're attacking that much, but we'll like be able to trigger it sometimes. And even if you don't, it's a 3-mana 2/3 is good in this format. It's really good. So there's a lot of good choices here, I think. Did I end up taking any Delve creatures? Yes, I have this guy. So this 2-mana 2/1 is really pretty solid as well. But I like the idea of this combat trick to put counters on stuff because we have this Outlast theme. This is just a 7-mana card, huh? Okay. This is an okay morph. What a weird little dude. Sort of torn. I guess I'll take this. Dutiful Return, maybe? I don't think I want this 1-mana 1/1 regenerate, dude. It does trigger raid. That's a good point, I guess. But I don't think that's as important as being able to like just last forever with some graveyard recursion. Mardu Hateblade is decent. Another kind of big butt morpher. I think this is just annoying for opponents to deal with. Make it hard for them to attack us. There's that Outlast card. I mean, did I end up taking... I don't think I have... There was that green-black card we saw that makes an XX where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control. I don't know, this could be a playable combat trick, but... Okay, I still haven't taken a Rakshasa Secret. Whoa, wait a minute. That enchantment looked kind of bananas, and I missed it. It like gave your creatures regenerate. I just didn't have enough time to read it. Become Immense. Okay, that's playable. What are you? Sultai Charm. Mardu Skull Hunter. We don't necessarily have a lot of synergy with that. Everything here is kind of bad. Like, this is the best card in our colors. But I don't think it's especially good for us. I think I'll take the Become Immense. Second Delve card, I believe. 5-mana 07 Defender. I mean, that's kind of hilarious for Abzan. 3-mana 2/1 Flyer with a very cheap morph. This is fine, I guess. Alabaster Kieran is fine. We don't actually have that much removal. I think I'm pretty happy to take a Debilitating Injury. Maybe this Ramparts will wheel. It's not even that great. One of these 4 cards will probably wheel, and I think they're all okay. There you go, more Ramparts if you wanted it. We're not playing Rush of Battle. It was great in the last deck, allegedly. I don't think it's very good in this one. We could take another Delve card. We have 3, but this would be our 3rd. I don't know if I'm running them all, and we do also have, like, Rakshasa Secret to help fuel Delve. The alternative would be this Dazzling Ramparts, which... I don't know. I'm a chicken. I'm not going to take an 07. Smite the Monstrous. We could use some more removal. Green-white land might be better, though. I have very little fixing, and I am, like, running many spells in each color. Yeah, I think we have to take the land here. Mardu. Okay. Chief of the Edge. I have very few warriors, right? I have 6! Okay, that's an option. There's this tiny little morph guy. Bitter Revelation, so it's a black draw spell. No, we have to take Chief of the Edge. Insane rate. It's not as good as the other Chief, the one that gives toughness. Okay, yeah, we're definitely taking the Jungle Hollow. What the hell is this? 2 mana, gain 5, or gain 10. No thanks. Another Become Immense. Bear's Companion. I mean, this all looks bad. I don't have anything off-color to splash, so I don't think I need this. I don't think we're running all these Become Immenses, but I don't really want a Defiant Strike, so... Oh, it's not bad. Another Outlast creature that's just good. I think I'm probably cutting the Siegecraft I have. I don't want to rush a battle. I mean, I don't want this either. I already have one of them, don't I? Yeah, that pack is dead to me. I have quite a lot of cutting to make, to do. Cuts to make, cutting to do. A 2-mana 2/2, I don't know. I mean, better than you would think in this format, but... I think I'm going to take the Ramparts over, like, I don't know. Just more 4-mana Outlasts is kind of cool, I think. 6-mana 6/5. I think I have better stuff than that. I have Loxodons, right? Okay, this I think this was the pack where I said there's like 5 good cards in it. We'll get one of them. I think this was the one we got. Okay. Nice. Good last pick. So, how do we build this? First of all, anything out here I'd like to put back in? Like, I mean, scout the borders and awaken the bears? The bear. Those all could be playable. This will fuel Delve. So how much Delve did we end up with? It was like 3 or 4, right? Four, yeah. I think 2 Become Immense is like too much. How does our mana base look, by the way? In white, we have 6. In black, 7. And in green, 7. Yeah, so this is not enough duels to make up like an actually 3-color deck. We want like a 2-color deck with some splashing, I think. Problem is, like, what do we splash? Somehow, yeah, I mean, like, I hope it's black. What are my warriors? kind of nicely spread throughout the curve, I guess. I mean, a black-white 2-mana card in a shaky mana base deck, I just don't think we can do it. I don't think this is worth it either. Like, we don't have the payoffs for this. It's a great blocker, though. So maybe we should try. This is a 4-mana 3/3. I have so much on 4. I'd like to try to cut as much black as I can, I think. Just keep the really impactful stuff. Debilitating Injury is good, but we might not be able to cast it early. These guys, I don't know. I don't think they're very good. I keep, though, coming back to Scout the Borders as like, well, we have enough Delve cards that it would be nice to have something like this. Like a Dig 5, Fuel Your Delve. Like, how important is Dutiful Return? Not important. Sidisi's Pet, get out of here. The 2 Throttles are nice. I think I'd like to run the Scavenger. It's a Delve play that we can... You know, these are our 3 Delve cards right here. The other thing is, we surely want 18 lands, right? Yeah. That'll help with getting our colored sources fixed up a bit. I don't think we need this many swamps. I hope we don't. 5 black sources. We definitely need more than 7 white. And we definitely need more than 7 green. So that's 8 and 8 in our, like, 2 maybe favorite colors. And still 5 in black. I think the Hate Blade is not really necessary. Did I already cut the Siege enchantment thing? I guess I must have. How many morphs do I have? What do I have for my 3-mana slot? Not type morph, text morph. Not all that much, actually. I wonder if this one's just not very good. I mean, not like these are great either. Ah! I didn't mean to actually commit to cutting you. Get back here. Like, this chips in for damage a bit. It also morphs more cheaply than this one. So, like, this is a 4-mana play. Whereas this is 5. Mostly creatures, that's good. Often in modern formats, I'm attracted to too many non-creatures in my deck. Just, like, doesn't have enough stuff. I mean, if we imagine all these morphs are playable 3-drops, maybe I don't need the Salt Road Patrol. What are my instants like my combat tricks and stuff? Feed resistance, incredible. Not cutting it. Rakshasa Secret, card advantage. This is card advantage. Both of these fuel Delve, and they're both kind of a little bit like draw. No, they're not. They're not at all like draw. This gets you card advantage. This one, like, gets you card selection. Neither of them increases your hand size. Dragon Scale Boon. I mean, my idea is... that, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to untap something, make it bigger so you can block with it, and then it also benefits from the Outlast effects, right? I have in my deck First Strike for stuff with counters, Flying for stuff with counters, Lifelink for stuff with counters, Reach for stuff with counters, a few spells that put counters on things. So it seems like, you know, a spell like this should do some cool stuff. I don't know, though. Maybe not. Like, it's clearly just a much, much worse feat of resistance. It has its upsides, right? It puts 2 counters on and it untaps. But 1 counter and protection has got to be better a huge amount of the time. And, cut 1 throttle, maybe? 5 mana is a lot? Sure. We'll see how good these Archers Parapets end up actually being. But I think the, like, idea of this deck is to, you know, sit back on your big toughness dudes, stop the opponent from doing damage to you until you have enough mana to start outlasting stuff, and, you know, work your way up to 5 or 6 mana for some really big, what the hell is this? I guess it's sort of fine. I don't have my green source, though. This is a 3 mana 2/3 with Outlast. I think this is good enough to keep. I would really like a green source, obviously. But in this format, I don't think it's an absolute disaster to play nothing on turn 2. Opponent looks Teamer. Sure, that fits with this. Oh man, imagine if I'd had a 2 mana play, right? This has Defender though, so it couldn't have attacked. Oh, this is a fetch. I thought this was a tap duel. I didn't look very closely. So maybe they aren't red. Maybe they are actually Sultai. But no, red. Okay. And white? Oh my god. These fucking weirdos who... Everybody wants to play 5 colors. Maybe they're Sultai splashing white? I don't know. I mean, you could play this. You could also activate Outlast on this, but then you can't do much else. Well, actually, you could play this guy and activate this Outlast. Yeah, maybe that's not so bad. Sultai what? It's a 5 mana 2/5 that impulses. Or not impulse, whatever a version of impulse that discards would be called. So they definitely look mostly Sultai. I still have no green. Gross. Yeah, I guess we swing with this to trigger Raid. And then I can Outlast this. Now I have a bunch of flying first strikers. Another one. Nice. Okay. I think we just swing in for 6. I'm looking like a black-white warriors deck here, huh? Sort of? Although I have soldiers instead of warriors for some reason. There's a 5-mana 4/4 that likes you to delve. Okay, fine. We'll throttle it. It's kind of fun. Opponent hasn't hit their 5th land, by the way. I guess they have a 5th mana here. So they're dead next turn. I think the responsible thing to do is activate this Outlast and hold up a counterspell rather than throttle this 4/4 that doesn't matter. Well, so much for sitting back and letting opponent attack me. Apparently what we do is shove flyers at their face. 3-power flyers. They're flyers with Suspend 1. And Echo. Oh, okay, that's going to make this 4/4 pretty big. It's an 11/11, you got me. They drew 3, I mean, pretty cool for 1 mana. Draw 3, put 7 1/1 counters on your 4/4. But what are you going to do to not die? I mean, they could have something for sure. It could happen. They have every color available. Okay, nothing. If they'd even just killed the flyer, like, you know, it was this one dude giving flying to my whole board. If he's dead, I don't really have a good way to get in anymore. Do I? Feat of Resistance giving protection almost does it. Actually, just Swing All does it, I guess. Not quite. If this is dead, I've got 4 attackers. They only have to let 1 in. And I only get to give it 1 counter. Yeah. If they could kill this in all those cards, they didn't have a single way to kill a 3/4. Apparently. Because then, like, the whole board just falls apart. What are my dailies, would you say? Black or green spells? Well, that... Hello? Oh, I didn't cast... I didn't cast any black or green spells that game, did I? It was just all white. I had some black cards in my hand and some green cards in my hand. But it was all white spells. Okay. Green or blue spells? I mean, sure, that could happen. Green is our most prominent color. Last game notwithstanding. It's Pinkie Pie. Azure U09, I guess? This is great. This is so good. I get my tap land, an Archers Parapet for 2, and then I can morph a Woolly Loxodon, and then I can get some discard value. Amazing. So, looks Mardu, but maybe just like this is an on-color duel for them. I guess I'll just announce Abzan right away. They have some instant that can only be cast on a creature, I think. It didn't hold up priority for them until I cast this creature. You're a 2/1. They don't have any white cards in hand, otherwise they would have morphed this. That's good to know. I thought this had reach. I guess it just has defender. Okay, fine. I don't love attacking with this. I could bluff that it's better than it is, but like it isn't better than it is, so it's not that great. But I do want to trigger raid if I can. I don't know. Maybe I just want to do this. No, because next turn I can play a 3 and... Well, this is kind of a 2 anyway, right? Yeah, it's so crazy to attack here. And they don't really have any attacks that I can do anything about by playing one of these. So I think I'm just going to make them discard now. I don't know. I guess I could have played this and activated the other one, and then next turn play this and play this or something? Would have been a little more efficient. They discarded a plains and a bounce. Okay, it doesn't give reach. Graveyard has 3 cards in it. This is a problem. What do I do about flyers? I have a couple of those reach creatures in my deck, but they're not in my hand. I'd like to attack with this. And then play this thing, but they might not... You know what? I think this is a good enough bluff, because 5 mana is the number. Yeah, they're going to let this in. It's fine. I mean, we're still in awful shape. They're hitting me for $1 billion in the air every turn. Yeah. Okay. Is that something? It's kind of sick, right? Oh, I didn't notice that. Become immense, I guess? That'll be hilarious. So how much do I need to exile to fit in everything? I could exile up to 3. That would make this cost 3, and then I couldn't do that much this turn, right? So we're going to exile... We want it to cost 4. So those 2. And then autopay. Two counters among up to 2 creatures. Not 2 counters each on 2 creatures, 2 among 2 creatures. Okay! No, I thought this said reach. This is another Loxodon. So... Can't be blocked? Fuck you! Can't be blocked. I'm just dead. Right? They give this flying. They hit me for 9. That's game over. I don't have a way to gain life. I don't have a way to block. Okay. Well, nice knowing you, I guess. Well, you know what? I'm going to cast some more green, black, and white spells. Maybe they won't find it. Oh, they found it. I have like 2 of those reach guys in the deck, don't I? It is only 2, I suppose. I sort of thought the Parapets had reach, but yeah, here they are. And isn't there another one that's like creatures you have with counters on them get reach? Yeah, I have 4 reach creatures in the deck. Just like kind of unlucky to have drawn none of them by this point in the game. So I think if we'd had like one of those 3/3s a little earlier, we would have been maybe okay. I don't know. If it had been early enough. Yeah, I don't have anything to do on 2, but I have my colors and I have some morphs. And then even a 4-drop. Well, the Archers Parapet was absolute dog doo-doo that game. If we're taking notes on how well that card is doing. It deterred a couple of attacks. Where like they had the 2/1 that could gain flying but didn't have it naturally, and like that creature didn't bother attacking because there was something to an 0/5 to block it. Okay. But it didn't do all that much. Like Mardu. Well, I'm way behind. As they say, when your opponent plays a 2-drop in this format, you feel very far behind. Let's morph out. I don't know. They both seem okay. I'm gonna morph out the one that you can flip for 5 first. Okay, I trade. Trick me if you want. No tricks. Great. Fantastic news. I've lost my access to reach, but Mardu doesn't have a lot of flyers. Where was my tap land earlier? Oh no, I have more reach here. Amazing. I think we're playing the 2/5. It does great against these 2 attackers. And I can play another 4-mana spell next turn while getting out the tap land. Okay. Is this the thing that turns into a 5/2? I would accept that trade. Yep. I could run out of morph, but I don't want to. I still want to cast this. I mean, I guess I could run out of the Parapet, but it seems crazy. 3/3 looks great here. Their best combat trick was to dump 4 more mana into their morph creature to just trade with one of mine, so I'm not too worried about some attack here. Do I have 2 green sources? Yes, my duels. So I could play the Parapet and still outlast this. Nope, I can't. Instant speed, by the way. They main phase it because they wanted to get the attack in. Okay. It's a little tempting to just morph both of these, isn't it? I think that's got to be right. How can I tell how much is in my graveyard? 3. So this costs 3 instead of 6. But I've also got this. I mean, what I want to do this turn is just flip this guy, right? I could swing in with one of them if I wanted. I don't think I'm likely to need both on blocks. Okay, I'll try the block. Surprise! It's a 6/7. Okay, sure. I have another though. Graveyard contains 4 cards, so I can pay 2 for this. Leaves me only 5 mana, not enough to flip this guy. So I think I'll play the Parapet as a blocker. Actually, you know what? Let's swing here. They're not going to block, and I'm not going to need this to block. Oh, they are going to block. Okay, well, sucks to be you, I guess. So good. Hope you didn't like any of those cards you were hanging on to. Throttle and Kieran. Okay. Meanwhile, my graveyard's up to 7 cards. Milled 2 lands. No, my target attacking creature. Okay. I have enough cards in my graveyard that I can play this for just 2 mana. If I exile 4 cards. 1, 2, 3. I don't even remember if I have Graveyard Recursion, but just in case I do, let's pick those 4. Okay, we got got lucky that they let my Woolly Lock. I mean, I don't know. It's not exactly lucky. Woolly Loxodons are enormous. We got lucky that my Woolly Loxodons got to eat one of their creatures each. Right? They both 2 for 1 because I got a creature with each of them, and then they had to spend removal on each of them. And all the excess gas that was left in their hand, we dumped out with the Rakshasa's Secret, or whatever it's called. Archers Parapet, once again, did nothing. So just keep that in mind, I guess. This hand, I mean, it really blows, right? I do have a Loxodon and 3 mana, and a 4 mana play. So like, if I ever draw a forest, it's not bad. I'm gonna keep, actually. It's greedy, but, you know, turn 3 morph is kind of the benchmark for this format, and I have that. I have something even better, it turns out. Banner, okay. It is quite tempting to give this flying, right? And I can still morph this out if I do that. Versus just running this out. I think that makes sense. It does. If I ran this out though, then when I give this, when I use this to give itself a counter, it would gain flying. I don't know. I don't know valuable that really is. What are we playing against, by the way? Sultai. With a Teamer banner. Okay. Well, I could throttle one of these if I wanted to. I suppose. I'd rather see what the morph is before committing to that. And I think, like, okay, so I'm playing this, right? I have 1 mana left. I could use it to put a counter on this thing. But it's already flying, and that's what matters, I think. I guess I could pass. Hold up throttle, but... yeah, right. It doesn't work. You can't, like, counter them trying to unmorph something, right? The creature flips faster than an instant. So, like, if they flip it into something with 5 toughness, throttle won't work. I'd rather just have them invest into the creature. I see what the creature is, and then I kill the creature, if possible. Where is my fucking forests, please? No 5th land. Well, I really want to activate this, right? I have throttle up in case they give one of their things reach or something. It's a 2/2. Sure. You are targeting this. There's nothing I can do about that. Very well. Well, I found something else to do with my time, it would seem. Okay, they are sick of this thing, giving flying to stuff. Fair enough. Still no forests. I swear I put in like 8 of them, right? Man. Graveyard contains 1 card. Could swing with the 3/6 here. And then play a 3/3. I guess that makes sense. I don't really want to swing with my morph here. Sorry, I'm playing Abzan Flyers. Okay. Their 5th... okay, so this thing definitely costs 5, whatever it is. I should honestly have the... I should have the list of morph creatures available here. In Sultai... ugh, I don't know. I don't want to block right now. I'd rather have throttle available. Alright, I mean, that's not too bad. Throttle just kills that, so... ooh, okay. That's pretty cool. It's a green source, thank goodness. I have 1 mana to spare, which I can't use to flip this. I can't use to outlast this. Just the question is, do I do this on my turn and do I attack with this guy? I think yes. They're low enough on life that I'd like to push the issue a little bit. And I think we throttle main phase here. Because they could have some trick for sure. Oh, don't forget, they weren't tapped out. They did have Temur Banner. They could have activated a 1-mana spell. Oh, they actually are running red. Interesting. Okay. Not what I expected. So they're... I mean, I think a competent player who's watching me... If I swing with the 2/2, that's like screaming, this is a Woolly Loxodon, right? Because I was not willing to attack with it, even with 6 mana up, and then suddenly I have green mana, and now I'm like, oh yeah, of course, I'd love to attack with that. Right, what else could it be? Giving this guy reach is pretty hilarious, I think. Maybe even better than attacking with Woolly Loxodon. Can I do both? I'm pretty sure no. 8 mana. Yeah, I can't. This is a sorcery. I guess I should have cast it first if I was going to, which I am. Ah, nope. It's green. And I want this to be my green spell. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I want flipping Woolly Loxodon to be my green spell. Because their attackers all suck against that. Right? Like, I could run this out. But my 3/6 already wants to block these. I don't really care about this 2/2. I think I just leave Woolly Loxodon for blocks. I mean, this is a little brave, I guess. If they have anything at all. Then this trade doesn't really quite go through. I mean, I don't know, it is a 6/7. Okay, we got him. Woolly Loxodon wins again. They had nothing. I'm a genius. Look how well I drafted. I picked Woolly Loxodons. And also, there are some forests in the deck, it turns out. Not as many as I would have thought. Can we just double check this number? 5, 6, 8 forests. Took a while. Alright, this is already a better deck than the last one, apparently. It does have more Woolly Loxodons than the last deck did. It's something that you can definitely objectively say is true in comparing and contrasting the two decks. This looks insane. I accept. I've got all my colors, including a tap land on one. I've got a 2-drop. I've got a morph for 3. My choice is... No, this is Delve. This one's morph. I've got a 4. It's an embarrassment of riches. How could I lose? Definitely I could lose. But it's a great hand. I'm on the draw, right? Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm on the play. I am. Okay. Even better. How now I actually can't lose. It can't happen. I need to draw some lands. That's the main thing this hand needs. Oh no! It's black-white aggro, probably. Joke's on you. I have a 0/5. Eat dirt, idiot. I mean, this is a good card. I can't block it, but it's only getting in for 1. I don't mind. This will block their other real creatures. Ooh, okay. A 3/1 Death Toucher is more exciting. It's how much to regenerate? 3. A Death Touching Regenerator. That is something, huh? Okay. I hear you. This one is 5 to flip. Yeah, I mean, keep coming in, I guess. Although, hang on. They can't do both of these, right? But they don't need to, right? If I block here, they only need to regenerate. They don't need Death Touch. I could make this trade just to slow them down. Give them card advantage in exchange for tempo. I don't think I'm in that much trouble yet. Let's get in for a little damage. This guy's an absolute house right now. What do I have that can deal with that? I have Throttle. That solves the problem. There's 2 Throttles in the deck. Nope, 1. I cut 1 apparently. Anything else? Not really. Okay, well, I mean, attacking them is the other way you could do things. You could race, but I don't think you want to race Mardu as Abzan, right? They want the game to be fast, I want it to be short. Sorry, long, slow. Oh, my morph! Oh no. Well, there's the Throttle just in time. That's why this card's insane. It does so well against morphs. I think I want them to pay for regenerate, not for... Yeah, I want them to spend their whole turn on this. Yeah, resolves. Any other effects? There's no reason to give it Death Touch right now. You can wait. What's happening? Why are you still thinking? They just like hit regenerate and then went to the bathroom? Oh, they have a morph for 1. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So it's they're actually if I let this trade go through, they don't draw. But I mean, I obviously don't want that, so I gotta get rid of this thing. Enjoy your card. That's pretty cool. What's the outlast for this? 2. I don't know how important tapping this for reach is, but I have a 0-5. Like, I think I'm doing okay. Bonk. Okay, they get their raid effect, which is just that the 4/5 doesn't shoot them in the face. Fine. Boy, it is tempting to make this a 5/5, isn't it? How big is my graveyard? 2 cards. So this could cost as little as 4 if I wanted. Seems kind of good, actually. What if I make this into a 3/2 first striker? And then play out my Delver. Oh, that's too many. No, it's not. I have 4 lands. And two delves. Ping pong? Okay. I trade or I block. Feel free to combat trick my 0-5 if you want. Wow. Okay. That card's insane. And yet, like, I have a 4/4 reach creature. What are you going to do about it? I guess they're going to draw cards. Maybe. 6 mana. I mean, if this dies, the game's over, which is bad. I think I want to morph this. And outlast somebody. I guess you? And make no attacks. They're just going to have gas for days. Eventually, they'll find a way to kill a 4/4. Okay, I mean, I'm going to try it. This blocks here, this blocks here. The rest gets in. Oh, they're looking at their hand, mousing over red mana. What am I doing? I mean, if they can deal with my 4/4, I'm kind of toast, right? I can't just let them hit me for 6 every turn until I draw an answer. I could, though, right? Because I could block with this instead next turn? Or additionally? What if I did this, offered this trade? So you can have my 4/4, I don't care. It gives them a draw, but it gets rid of a 4/5. I take 6 and go to 9? Yeah, plus I'll be able to bluff a combat trick with this as well next turn. I think... Oh, whoops, no, I didn't want to cancel. I wanted to confirm blocks. These guys here, please. Flyers get in this once. Okay, they have no white cards in hand. This is the kind of thing you're always supposed to morph first if you can. Another flyer? That's kind of a lot. Okay, well now the bluff isn't even... The combat trick isn't even a bluff, right? This is insane. I give everything reach. Take that. Do I want the 0/5 to become a 1/6? I think a 3/3 blocker is pretty good. Oh, you know, a 1/6 is fine against this guy. And this is going to be big enough in the future anyway, maybe? Let's put it on this. This is about to become a flyer. So it doesn't necessarily need reach. Okay, I have 4 reach creatures for your 4 flyers, but you weren't expecting that. Whoa. Okay. Block. They have some, like... Is there an instant speed buff, everybody? I know there's a sorcery speed one. I didn't think there was one at instant speed. You could consider I mean, actually, I should, in fact. I should let this one in so they don't draw 5 cards. No, they were going to draw all these cards when these guys die anyway. What am I talking about? Okay, I mean, giving opponent 5 cards is pretty bad, but my board presence will be immense. It will become immense, as they say. Let's see how this goes. What do you got? Okay, they're killing the one that permanently gives reach. Oh, I should have killed this with a first striker. So that it didn't get cards for stuff that died after first strike. But I couldn't really. Like the 2/2, this was the only thing the 2/2 could block. So I think the play made sense. Problem is I've lost my reach and they have a 3/4 and I'm at 4 life. Don't think that matters very much. Okay, this could matter very much. I don't know what I'm going to find for 3 mana. Hopefully something good. A Delve Flyer. Oh, but it's a 3/3. Oh, this costs 4. I could start lifelinking the shit out of them, right? Yeah, like this doesn't actually contest. This does something. I'm 1 land short, sadly. I think I play out another blocker. Maybe I could afford 1 attack. I probably can, right? Actually, how much is this? I need a first striker back to block this, but only 1, because it doesn't get any more toughness. I do want to be, like, pushing some damage. So that I can eventually kill them. Yeah. Okay. Let's hope they don't have any tricks. Removal for 1 creature is not enough to kill me. They need more than that. A combat trick is enough to kill me, of course. Okay. Looking good. Mana, sure, enjoy. Okay, we're gonna have to make some big attacks. I'm gonna have to gain 9 life here, I think. Ooh, that's a good one. Except I can't cast it at the moment. That looks like the right tap to me. It's basically mandatory that I attack with both of these. But, you know, 9 power of first striking lifelink is pretty cool. If they can kill this, you know, you got me. Okay, you got me. Obviously, I had no other plays. I think I played to my outs fairly well that game. Where... did things go wrong at some point? Maybe the turn when they attacked with all, I didn't find exactly the right blocks. But I think it was kind of hard to find the right blocks, yeah? I could have given them less draw. But like I said, I couldn't really. All their stuff had flying, right? And I needed to block it with all the reach creatures. I guess I could have put the counter on my morph creature instead of my wall. Then it could have blocked a flyer, but I don't know. then the wall wouldn't have been threatening to kill a 2/1 flyer, which was pretty cool. So I don't think what I did was wrong. Maybe there was something that was more right, but this was fine. They just had enough pressure, and, you know, they got me. Enough pressure and tons of card draw. Maybe I should have found some way to kill that 3/2. Like, did I throttled something that game, right? Or was that a different game? I think it was a different game. I don't remember. Jeez. On the play, I don't think you can keep this. I need a third land to get me my morph. I need a forest to do, like, anything else. Some great cards, but I just can't cast them. This looks okay. Put back a forest and hope something good happens. Blue-white. So this should be just Guy. There's not any other blue-white decks. Oh, I was like, I thought to myself, I'll definitely, yeah, playing the Bondkin is way better than playing this. But then I forgot I was going to have to play the right colored land to do that. So now I'm making the wrong play. That's really bad. This card would have been way better, I think. I don't know. 0/5 is not that bad against Just Guy, maybe. Wow. Okay, sure. This card was a lot worse than I expected when I had it in my last deck, because not a lot of things had power 3 or toughness 3 or greater. Not enough of them early anyway. Right, let's get that potential flyer out there and start drawing planes. I don't think it was wrong to put back a forest, but maybe it was. I don't know. Okay, I mean, I can morph something. That's not bad. None of this has delve, so this is not doing that much right now. This doesn't need a counter. It can just swing in. I imagine opponents getting to 5 lands before I am, because they have 2 more cards than I do. Sure. Oh, good. No combat trick. I was worried they would trick me there. Get to keep their morph. Or flip it into like a 3/3 or something. I don't know what's available. It was this. They lacked the green to flip it. Tricky, tricky. I'd like to get first strike and flying on this, maybe. But without... I don't know. It's so great to have multiple white to do this, but also I could... Do I want to be mana efficient or white source efficient? I don't really know. My hand is so full of white cards. I think I need to get this out. And I think I'm attacking with this now because it can't really block next turn. They'll be threatening to flip it, and I won't. This is not big enough to deal with what they could flip into. So it might as well get the damage, I think. Oh yeah, I'm way behind. Flip me. What do you got? 3/3 first strike or something? I don't think they would even bother flipping that. When it blocks, it deals 1 damage to you. Okay, another land is not nothing. It also is not really all that much, but it does let me empty out their hand and still outlast the 2/3. Treasure Cruise. Oh, these are good hits. I'm glad they didn't have that shit. Holy cow. Okay, so these morph cards are question marks. But with Outlast, I think we just let all this in. What do you got? No flips. Another morph card. Okay, this is getting to be a bit much. I want to Outlast this and then do something else, but I can't. So I think I just play this guy. A big butt Outlast creature, and I try blocking. And we spin the roulette wheel of which of their morphs I can actually block with the 3/4 successfully. And I throw these two creatures at one of them. Oh, nothing! No attacks! Oh my god, it's like winning the game. That's incredible. What is this? Throttle. Okay, okay. Giving this first strike is really good. Weakens me a little bit on blocks. I could just cast a 1/5. Much more mana efficient. That's probably the way to go. I'm stunned they didn't attack with any of those creatures. They just must be the absolute shittiest morphs you've ever seen. Okay, another white source. That's very good news. Let's give this first strike and pass. I could hold up Throttle, but they don't seem to have anything. And I'd like to get this online. Okay. I mean, how comfortable am I feeling here? I'm a little scared. Like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? When are they gonna actually fucking do something? I'm just a little short of tapping this and also activating Throttle. I guess I can tap this and activate Throttle, and I still have a pretty decent set of blockers. Yeah, that seems like a good choice. No attacks, though. My life total is 14. And I don't have a ton of high-powered attackers to swing with. I want to be careful. Green? Okay, if you say so. I'm not throttling anything. Oh my god. That is a draw and a half. Holy shit. Concede? Counter? I think those are the two choices, right? I don't know. They might have like a lightning bolt of some kind that they didn't want to use on these guys, but that they'll use on this. My deck is just like white Outlast. I should put more planes in it. Okay, they do have a way to kill that. So this is no lifelink. But it still does a ton of damage, right? This threatens lethal next turn. I'm okay with you attacking me for 8 if you want. It's a good thing this was a 3-4, huh? I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to block because this is necessary to make the counterattack lethal. If they have like a +3/+3, I'll be sad. But it seems like, you know, it's not impossible they could find 6 damage from combat tricks here. It seems sort of reasonable to block. Combat tricks / flips. Yeah. Does that do anything? No? Okay, GG. Right? 4. Yeah, that's 11. They're tapped out. Nothing has reach. I can cast spells for fun if I want. To advance my dailies. Here you go. Well, let's have a peek at one of the morph features, shall we? What was this? A reach creature! Got him! Why did they attack with that? I feel like not attacking and having a way to give your dude reach would have been maybe a better play there. Wow. What an outrageous all attack. What were they hoping would happen? Even if I didn't block the 2/2, I'd be at 3. I mean, like, all attack is maybe not crazy, right? It's morphing this that's wrong. Because it takes away the mana that you needed to morph the reach creature. Oh, I get to see. I can see what these are. Interesting. Oh, and they're labeled even. Face. Hang on. I can't point to the tooltip or it'll go away. But face down permanent number 2. I don't know that that's actually necessary because Arena always orders things left to right. Right, so the leftmost one is always the first of them. But I guess you could forget how many face-down permanents they had already played and had destroyed. Like, maybe I somehow take some notes and I come to the conclusion, you know what? That second morph creature of theirs, that must be Loxodon. And then later in the game, I'm like, wait a minute, how many face-down creatures have I already killed? Which one of these is Loxodon? And then, if it were still labeled as, like, face-down creature number 2, you could figure that out. But I think in Arena, just the left-to-right ordering ought to be enough. But this mirrors what people do in real life, I think, right? You have to label them, and I think people use number counters or dice or something like that. Presumably dice. Well, but dice are usually used for counters, 1/1 counters. Scraps of paper? I don't know. Boy, we are playing a lot of Pinkie Pies. Did something, does Avatar recently get released or something? This is incredible. I have a Parapet, I have all my colors, I have some good morphs. The Parapet was good in that game we lost, by the way, the one against the Mardu guy. You know, we lost, but that doesn't mean the Parapet was bad. Without the Parapet, I would have lost 10 turns earlier, you know, some huge amount. They were swinging with huge creatures, and I was just shrugging them off with 0/5. This card is bad, but okay, it's Abzan Mirror, probably. More white sources. We love white sources. And let's get this guy out here first, because he can flip for cheaper. Have some trick to deal with it? Sure, that's fine. This is great. great, sort of. Actually, I think I need more greens. Actually, I mean, playing a plains gives me... Oh, it doesn't give me more green sources. What am I talking about? I was thinking, like, oh, because it lets me not have to use this for white, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, no attacks. I probably could have gotten away with bluffing with this, but it seems needlessly risky. Gains first strike. Okay. Of course. One card in graveyard. I don't think we're becoming immense or flipping the Loxodon right now. I kind of want to just make this a flyer, right? Flipping the Loxodon is pretty sick. Pushes in so much damage. Let's go for it. I don't have to do this now. I could, instead, activate this and still have Become Immense available if I need it. Or I could activate this and, like, just play a 3/3 flyer, I guess, now that I look at it. Yeah, sure. No flip. Really great work with this Retribution of the Ancients, huh? You exiled my 3/4. Seems good. But I have a 3/3 now. Oh, this is so good. Okay. Swing with all. If they block, we have the Loxodon. If they don't, we have this. So, I mean, this might not get value because I delayed playing it, but I think it was worth it to get this thing used successfully. Really? Okay. Land, probably? No. Dutiful Return. Wow, what a beautiful hit. I mean, these creatures are not insane, but like what they want now is just creatures of any kind. Denying them that is great. Okay. Get bullied by Loxodons. What a great last card to hit. It's sorcery speed, which is why they couldn't cast it on that turn, even though they had plenty of mana up. They wanted to wait until they lost their 2/3 or 3/2 or whatever it was on blocks, and then return it next turn. They didn't want to use it because there was only one card in graveyard. So they kept it, and then we, boop, knocked it right out of their hands. Slapped it out of their hands, even. 5 wins. The real Khans of Tarkir genius was lurking inside me all along, it would seem. Chris Ober. You know, I don't have any black sources, but it's an alright hand. By the way, did you guys notice how much Parapet did that last game? Absolutely 0. Oh, this is a much better card to play on turn 2. No, don't look at my hand. Oh, no, look at target face down creature. Okay. Hey, it's a black source. Actually, like, Parapet. I thought this was my 2-mana creature. This is Feat of Resistance. I haven't drawn that all draft. I just forgot it was there. I thought this was the 2-mana Outlast 2-1. Okay, well. Good thing I played a green mana so I could play this. I thought it didn't matter, and I was thinking of playing a black mana and then running out this 2-1. Okay, sure. Well, this one flips for 4, I guess. That might be what I want to do next turn. Yeah, it probably would be, right? Just because it makes a good blocker for their 2-2. Oh, it flips into a 1-5, right? Not a 2-5. I was like, wait a minute. 4 mana to make a 2-5 would break the morph rule that you should be safe to trade a morph into a morph as long as your opponent doesn't have 5 mana. And that made me double check the cards. Like, oh yeah, it's a 1-5, not a 2-5. It actually gets smaller. Surveil 5. That's an interesting teamer card. Very bad for card advantage. You cast a spell and you don't get anything on the board or in your hand. So this really needs to be in a deck with a lot of delve. I mean, I'm sure it's lovely to set up your next draw, like put 1 or 2 good ones on top or something, but not as good as just like playing a card that does something. So you need to have delve synergy to run this, and a lot of it, I suspect. What? Surveil 1 to the bottom, 4 top. They countered the disdain, or they dumped the disdainful stroke. 4 top? Are you crazy? Nobody's deck is that good. Okay, I mean, you know, if you're ever in a position that 4 top seems like a good thing to you, then maybe this spell was not so bad. I mean, on the other hand, those were the cards you were going to draw anyway. You just slightly rearranged the order. So, did this do well? I feel like no, but your opponent's still happy that they have great cards on top, I guess. There's the delve. Okay. This is the card I thought that this was. I'm not going to mess around and wait for them to flip something cool. Let's just kill off this 4-4. I don't have good ways to deal with a 4-4 right now. Die. Do we want to trade 3 damage for 2 damage? Probably. I mean, both of us are decks that want the game to go kind of long. I'm not sure which one of us wants it to go longer, to be honest. Probably them. Because they're going to have some really big delve spells. It's a 2-2. Uh-huh. So... let's run out a morph creature and give this a counter. I don't really care if this dies. I'll trade it with the 2/2. My 3-drop's trading for their 2-drop. Oh no, very sad, but you know, way worse to block here and just let them. Actually, they don't have 5 mana. This block was safe. I forgot the rule. They couldn't have blown me out. Only one white source is a little annoying, huh? I am just going to sit back on a 4/4 first striker. I don't want to swing with it, and I don't want to outlast it. Back in hand. Okay, I mean, that could have been worse. They would get the loot if they had Ferocious, but they didn't have Ferocious. Alright, I block with 0/5. It passed instantly. They can't flip this with the mana they have right now, so it's worth at least 5. What are the... It's not red, and it's not... What's the other color they don't have? White? There are 10 cards they could have. Okay, I'll look at those in a minute. This is a 3/3, and it's my turn. Okay. Well, we're just going to get back on the Outlast train. So it could be the Abomination of Gudul, the 3/4 flyer we saw that lets them loot earlier. That would be the kind of classic thing for their deck. Okay. I really want to leave some white mana up for this trick. I also want to play this out. It's going to be a little suspicious, I think, to play this out and then not outlast it. Kind of broadcasting Feat of Resistance, honestly. But it's still good. I could have swung with this 3/3. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't want to swing with this because it's my reach blocker. I know, obviously, that it has lifelink, but... Okay, that's that scary thing. Do they have any Delve left? There's only 2 cards in their graveyard at the moment, I guess, so that's probably fine. How aggressive can we get here? I mean, I think I want to put Outlast on this. I don't really want to swing with anything else, I don't think. I'm playing pretty passively here, but I think my Outlast creatures kind of deserve that passivity. The board situation does not really reward aggression yet. What is this? Okay. It's a 2/5 that impulses, kind of. lot of stuff in graveyard. This guy could become really big if they have a Delve instant. Or, I mean, even just a Delve card they can play right now. Like another one of these guys. Yeah? It's really good. Can't really swing into a 9/9 very well. And they killed my... No, they didn't kill my birdie. That was a different game. Okay. I can actually multi-block this. Problem is, it would trade for all of my... Well, I have this, right? I can keep the first strike if I want. Or the lifelink. Or the reach. No, the reach I'm keeping anyway. I think first strike is really important. I think I need to, while I can, get 2-for-1 by this before it gets worse. No, I don't want to offer them this, do I? It's fine. How will you order the blockers? Actually, maybe the first strike isn't that important now that I look at it. And what I need is to make sure I have lifelink. Yeah, that's what my opponent thinks. Because I can just make my creatures bigger than theirs eventually with Outlast, right? Whereas life, I mean, protection from one of their colors. How about blue? What is happening here? Why is it not just going? Does this have a morph cost of like reveal a card from your hand that they couldn't activate now earlier, but they can now? Why isn't it just going straight through? I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there. I could untap this at some point. Seems bad, obviously. Swing with a 4/4 first strike, also not very good. It trades for one of their creatures. Oh, not even first strike anymore. So I think we want to go with this. Get another big reach lifelinker right in there. And just pass. I don't know, maybe... I probably should have put a counter on one of these guys, now that I look at it. I was like, oh yeah, I can pay 2 mana to this, but like... I don't need all these blockers, I don't think, and getting one of them to be bigger than a 4/4 is pretty good. Like this one. Yeah, I think that was probably the better play. Oh, never mind, they're just gonna kill it? Or stun it, anyway. Fine, resolves. Got him. Planes, huh? I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I got white Outlast stuff. Alright, I mean, you get a pretty big swing here. All my shit is tapped. You should hit swing all. Even with the 2/2. Oh, they want to have blocks. They don't want me to be able to counterattack with a bunch of lifelink. That makes sense. I'm going to do it anyway, I think. I hope to, anyway. Okay, they decided they need to keep more blockers to prevent the counterattack. Very, very eminently reasonable, I think. So I still have that thing that gives my outreach creatures flying, right? Outlast, rather, flying. Oh. They're paying full price for this, so they can't cast whatever they draw. That's something, I guess. Activate these two now. This is big enough to block everything, so I don't activate it. I mean, having drawn 3, man, that's giving them a lot of possible ways that I could be sad. I don't even know what they all are. Okay, that... I have to pay 6 to untap it. Sure. But I can do that. Okay, this time they think they should swing with a lot, for some reason. Nope, changed their mind. Same as last time. Okay. It's fine. $15 more turns, or 14, I guess. Oh my god. This is, once again, the greatest top deck the world has ever seen. I think I go in for the attacks, right? Like, this is lethal? If they don't have something in this one card? If they can kill, like, any of my creatures at instant speed, I, like, instantly lose the game by swinging in here. But I think it's worth it. Because swinging with just a little bit, I don't know. I'm still not in great shape if they can kill, like, one of my trick. Like, if they can kill off the lifelink or the reach or something. Actually, I don't know. If they can only kill one of them, maybe... Maybe I don't go for lethal right away. Right? Because I could totally recover from, like... If I attack with 2 creatures and they take away the lifelink or something, right? But, like, what are they going to have? Nothing, I predict. A bounce effect? I wanted to show me the Glacial Stalker. I feel like they had a chance to flip this a long time ago, and they never did for some reason. Okay, well, I mean... Sickest top deck in the world, every time. Giving all your shit flying when it also has lifelink is pretty cool. All right, 6 and 2. We made it to the final boss. This is Lost Cowards Vixelon art, right? This is not Clans of Tarkir. This looks like a cave, not, you know. I don't know where the I don't know where the Khans of Tarkir live, but you know the name certainly evokes yurts. Sure. I have morph creatures that are pretty good, and I have all my colors. You know, I'll take it. I wish I had a 2-drop, obviously, but this format doesn't have that many of those. Kind of surprised opponent doesn't have one, actually. What do we morph out? This one? God, opponent has so many cards. I guess that's what happens when I draw and don't do anything for several turns. It's a 3/1. I mean, I'm about to play a 2/5, which trades pretty well into a 3/1. So the attack sort of looks bad. But I don't think it actually is bad. I don't want to risk this prowessing my 2/5 down, so I'm just going to swing in. They probably let it in. No, they want to kill my morph because their card sucks? No. They let it in. Okay, fine. We'll see. I haven't cast Become Immense once this run, have I? I have like 2 Delve cards, I think, or did I actually keep 3? There's 1 Become Immense, there's 1 of those 3/3 flyers. Oh yeah, and there's the 4/4 Trampler, right. I've cast the other 2 a few times. I've never cast the Become Immense. I think I want this to outlast this turn, which means I have 3 mana, which I think I'm spending on the Loxodon, so that next turn I can flip it. It's a 2/2 that must attack. I'm a little worried about blocking it because it kind of conveys which morph I care about. Let's block here. And only here, yes. I think that makes sense. Okay, they get the raid. Pretty cool for you. But now I have great blocks. Don't care about a banner. Okay. I block. This is the most obvious block in the world. So I guess they're going to punish me for it. How big are the tricks in red-white in this format? In Khans of Tarkir, type instant, mana red or mana white, please. No, I don't think I have time to figure it out. Okay, but like, I'm happier for this to get combat tricked. Yeah, go ahead. Blocks. Nothing. Just throwing it away. Okay. Or maybe they have sorcery speed damage? Okay, but you could get the raid without throwing away your 2/3 or your 4/3. What? You could have just thrown away the 2/2. That's wild. All right, let's have a look-see. That seems good to get rid of. To put it mildly. And just morph this out. Stabilizing, hopefully, against Jeskai, I guess. Sort of thought they would be Mardu, but it does not look like that is what they are. Okay. I don't need to swing with this. I'll attack with just the Loxodon and see what they have in mind. Nothing? Fine. Great. Let's just outlast this, hold up a protection spell, and win the game, I think. Three flying trample. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's a mantis? It's like an actual bug? It is, okay. Who knew Mardu was working with the bugs? Or Boros, I guess. This has reach, though, which is pretty funny. If they block with everything, they can kill the 4/7. But then I can, like... I have this, right? So I think this is fine. Swing in for 10. It doesn't look like they would want to multi-block, but, like, they could. Yep. Hey, a blue source. They can use that to crack this for cards. I don't think this card has done a single thing. I don't think they use it for mana ever. It's just like 6 mana draw a card. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they used it once or twice. I don't know. They probably had in mind using it for some of these spells, and then I made them discard it all. Alright, got the 7. Trophy time! Did I ever cast Feat of Resistance? I did. I cast it on blue once, I remember. Against that that Sultai deck that I lost to. I think. Alright, well, I'm happy enough with that. Congratulations. Oh, I was supposed to add to decks. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.